This week in the news, February 2nd, 2025. Welcome to week 1 of Trump's America, the sequel. We made it, barely. And as expected, it's been a completely normal and not at all terrifying first week. Let's break it down. Trump kicks off his presidency by starting a trade war with Canada and Mexico. What's the best way to kick off a second term? If you guessed bring back the economy-crushing tariff war, congratulations. You may qualify for a job in the Trump administration. Trump, in a move economists are calling financial self-sabotage, slapped a 25% tariff on Canada and Mexico, declaring it a big win for America, presumably because he didn't check where America gets things like food. But Canada's Justin Trudeau and Mexico's President Sheinbaum weren't about to take it lying down. They responded with tariffs of their own, setting off what experts now call the Great North American Pricing Apocalypse. The results? Avocados are now $50 a pound. Tequila is a luxury item only available on the black market, and your local Taco Bell is now legally classified as a high-end restaurant. Not to be outdone, Trump has already threatened more tariffs, ensuring that by summer, the cost of a McDonald's Big Mac meal may exceed the price of a used Honda. Trump blames DEI for a plane crash because, sure, in actual tragic news, a Black Hawk helicopter collided with an American Airlines plane over Washington, D.C. It was a disaster, a tragedy, a freak accident, and, according to Trump, diversity's fault. Yes, instead of blaming air traffic control, mechanical failure, or literally anything relevant, Trump took the podium and declared, "This is what happens when you let the woke mob fly planes," which raises some important aviation questions. Did DEI also build the planes? Did DEI control the weather that day? And most importantly, does he even know what DEI means? At this rate, expect Trump to blame DEI for inflation, potholes, and why he got banned from Twitter. Trump freezes trillions in federal spending, because apparently, who needs food? In a move that sent shockwaves through the nation, Trump froze trillions in federal spending, effectively shutting down everything that isn't a tax break for billionaires. What does this mean for everyday Americans? Well, for starters, the free and reduced lunch program, gone. Hope those kids like intermittent fasting, retirement community grants, cut. Nursing homes will now operate on a pay-as-you-age model. Meals on Wheels, defunded. Seniors everywhere will now have to hunt for their own food, like the pioneers intended. Trump, when asked about the impact of these cuts, reassured Americans that everything is great and that the stock market looks fantastic, which is great news for the 0% of kids who trade stocks at lunchtime. Meanwhile, Mar-a-Lago's buffet remains fully funded, along with most of its staff who, ironically, are undocumented refugees from Venezuela. The most unhinged confirmation hearings in U.S. history now while, over in the Senate, the confirmation hearings for Trump's cabinet picks are going exactly as expected, which is to say, like a circus fire. Kash Patel, best known for writing conspiracy books about the deep state, is now in charge of national security. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., a man whose scientific expertise peaks at watching YouTube documentaries, has been put in charge of U.S. health policy. And Tulsi Gabbard, who has spent more time on Russian state TV than in Congress, is now in charge of something important, probably. At this rate, expect Kid Rock to be nominated for Secretary of Education and a Magic 8-Ball to be appointed Federal Reserve Chairman. Mass deportations begin. Colombia tells Trump to get lost. Trump wasted no time signing an executive order for mass deportations of undocumented immigrants. In classic efficiency, he packed them onto military transport planes and shipped them to their home countries, whether they had due process or not. But then, Colombia fought back. When one of Trump's deportation planes, full of shackled migrants, landed in Colombia, their government immediately sent it right back. Yes, in the greatest diplomatic Uno reverse ever recorded, Colombia basically told the U.S., "These aren't ours, we don't want them, and also, go screw yourself." Trump, furious that someone dared challenge him, threatened Colombia with tariffs. Colombia, in response, laughed and went about their day. And that was just the first week, and just like that, we survived week 1. The odds of making it through week 2? Questionable. At this rate, by next Sunday, Alaska will be sold to Elon Musk, Texas will be halfway through its second independence referendum, and Trump will sign an executive order renaming Diet Coke to Trump Juice. So buckle up. We'll see you next week, assuming we still have an economy, a functioning government, or avocados under $50.